What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. It is a little bit early. I'm sorry. It is a little bit early, but
It's hot.
It's hot.
Really hot.
It's like really hot.
Mm-hmm.
Although, good spot to pick.
We did good. I'm just telling you.
It's been over 100 degrees and been roasting down there. You guys have been soaking it up at like 60 degrees, right?
No,
At night, maybe.
try 85. Come on.
90, 89.
Right?
All right. That's still, 11, 12 degrees cooler than Bend.
Yes, no complaints. We're in the trees. It's beautiful up here and nobody's around. Yeah. Bonnie and I have had a good time.
We're going to talk about it because I just went through your whole rig. We've got your fifth wheel up here, and I've mentioned it in the lives before. Went through it, put inverter in, 400 watts of solar up on the roof, and 2 lithium batteries. Now, this is a weekend warrior rig.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a go out for 2 weeks type of person with my rig. I am, it's, hey, I want to be able to go out and not be around people. And so Dave has really, he's a MacGyver. You all know that. And so
we're going to hear about it. We're going to get to that. And you guys went someplace special. We're on Pine Mountain. This is outside of Bend. 45 minutes or so outside of Bend. You found trees. You can see them in the background there. It's probably this was perfect.
Well, and signal was important. So if we went up any farther, we lost all signal. So, this is, I think it's like hunting grounds or something. So it's beautiful.
You had and at the top of Pine Mountain, they are known here for their observatory. Now, you guys went up to the observatory. We get to hear about that. And including Bonnie hasn't been to an observatory before.
I haven't either. No, I've been to one, but it's been years. So yeah, but so it was a great experience for us. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's kick this off. We'll see you guys in just a second. Hold on. Throw that up there, right there.
Somebody lead us to somewhere. We're stuck here and we're never gonna leave. Stuck in the middle of nowhere.
There we go. Okay, let's 2 100 amp hour batteries. Just got 1,300 amp hours for his little rig. 1,300.
Okay.
Bill is showing you off.
I was going to say, Bill,
that's
showing off.
That's a pretty big system right there.
Baby steps for me. Okay, baby steps.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Real quick, let's say hi to everybody. I know it's early. We're going to do just a 30-minute live. It was fun to get out of town, get to someplace cooler. But you guys are going down the mountain tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and help you get set up and or not set up, but torn down and moved out of here. But you guys said, "Oh, we'll stick around for the live." No, that works. So I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, great.
First word of the night. Let's see. Oh my gosh, come on here. Let's see. What are we doing? I saw Bill there somewhere. Where is he? Right there. There it is right there. Cowboy Biker Adventures is in the house as well. And I saw Jeff Bradley is here. Glad to have you here. And all right. I know we caught everybody early tonight because normally it's like 6:15 that we try to do this, but it's so damn hot. And we still have to pack up and get down off this mountain. So we'll figure just make it happen. So hopefully you guys are staying cool out there. I saw at least one person who mentioned it's hot in Florida. I think 300 amp hours. Okay. Not 1,300.
Okay.
All right.
Now I don't feel.
Yeah, now
Mhm.
there you go.
Not
I was
inadequate.
feeling kind of, I was a little intimidated too. It's like that's like a nuclear power plant on.
Well,
But I think Gary has that.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Gary's an overachiever.
Gary is an overachiever, no doubt
Right.
about it.
Well, and when we first started this, I was just going to do one 200 amp panel,
Oh.
and then you.
Oh, solar up on the roof,
on the
just
roof.
just
And
100-watt
yeah,
panel.
yeah,
And
no, 200, but
Oh,
you decided,
yeah,
okay, that it probably would be good to get another one. So
yeah, if you're gonna go out,
two 100.
I think yeah, you
I'm
have
just
you
I'm
have
just a baby at this, guys. So just
you have
bear with
two
me.
200-watt panels.
Right.
You have a 40 amp charge controller. You have 2 lithium batteries
Mhm.
and an 1800-watt, my old 1800-watt
It's yours. Yes.
Magnum inverter.
Hmm.
And I think that is the minimum
Right.
without spending a lot of money trying to get out there. And even at 200 amps, we've heard comments and we've heard people say, yeah, you're probably going to want a couple more lithium batteries. So
Yeah, and you had told me that okay, we need to add them within a certain amount of time if we are.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this has been a really good weekend for Bonnie and I to kind of test out, because the way you wired it in a way that there's certain things for me that aren't
on the system.
Right,
Yeah, because
right.
you don't want your ACs on there.
Right.
You're not going to last long on 200 amp hours of
Right.
batteries. You don't want your heating. If your electric heater, you've got a fireplace that's got a heater. You don't
Right.
want that on
Yeah.
there. But the rest of the house, though,
Yeah, everything else.
Yeah,
I think we
is-
left off the fridge,
yeah,
the
fridge.
AC, and the fireplace.
yeah.
Is
And the fan.
And the fan, because the fan made weird noise on the inverter.
We
but-
tried the ceiling fan,
Right.
and fifth wheels a lot of times have a ceiling fan.
Hmm.
And now that's an older inverter, it's modified sine, and it's not going to hurt the fan, but it was
just loud.
it was obnoxiously loud, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, and you'll find that with your modified sine out there, you plug a fan in and you have a portable fan that you plug into the wall.
Yeah.
Even
In
and
the
even
bedroom,
that one,
because the bedroom doesn't get.
yeah, and even that
Yeah.
one is
Is louder than it normally
obnoxiously
is, yeah.
loud.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
let's see here.
But it's been a great learning curve.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, next day, Bob just threw a couple of steaks on the smoker.
Ooh.
oh, okay. We'll be right there.
On our way.
Well, I hope that we're not holding up your dinner. It's going to be a short one tonight, Bob. We're just doing a happy hour light, and I want to check in with these guys and see how the batteries did, because I'm dying to know. I already know, but I'm dying to share with everybody, because I'm sure there are people out there that wonder, is like, are 200 amp hours of lithium going to be okay
Mhm.
for going out and doing everything that you want to do?
Mhm.
So hopefully we won't hold up your dinner too much there, Bob, and hang in there. If not, if you have to go, we understand. It's steaks. They're getting kind of expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's not bothering me any. I
Yeah.
have beef to sell.
you have your own.
Yeah.
You figure it's cheaper to raise them than buy it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I don't blame you. It's like it's a small mortgage payment going down and
It
buying
is.
steaks
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Don says there you go. There's good advice. Don't burn the steaks.
Oh.
Don't, Bob.
No.
Yeah,
do
don't.
it, Bob.
No, don't do
Mm-mm.
it. Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys are all out there. You had a good 4th of July. Did any of you get to see fireworks this year?
I saw
No?
fireworks in 3 counties and 2 states.
Yeah.
You were traveling
at
with
your
rodeo.
rodeo.
You were doing the
at
rodeo
rodeo.
thing, weren't
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I hauled out. The rodeo was over by like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon on the 4th of July. So I actually loaded trucks and headed towards Idaho. And so I ended up watching fireworks in transit in 3 counties and 2 states. by the time
I don't
That's
think
kind
there's
of
a-
cool.
That is kind of cool,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, and it's a miracle things aren't on fire. I'm just gonna say that
Yeah.
right up
Yeah,
front.
Right.
everything is dry. Everything
And those
is.
Idaho people, I don't know where they get their fireworks, but they are not the same place.
They're
Oregon
legal.
is.
They're-
Washington, are they legal in
Washington,
Idaho?
they're legal on the reservations.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
And
right.
so they can the Indian reservations, some of them anyway that I know of, because somebody I know used to go to Idaho to buy fireworks.
Oh,
I don't know who that was.
I don't know who that was either.
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah,
Council
you could,
Idaho is kind of like a reservation. Yeah.
yeah,
Is it? Okay.
yeah. So
There you go.
there you go. Hopefully everybody out there had a good 4th of July. It's just been hot.
It's getting hot.
And
been
it
getting hotter.
seems like it's
Hotter,
getting
yeah.
hotter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
120 in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Right now we have a little breeze. Yesterday we had a good breeze, but still, oh, yeah.
WCRV Adventures from Thousand Trails, Orlando,
Whoa.
right there.
Nice.
There you
How's
go.
the humidity there?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's what Dawn put out a video, and I was watching that, and I was thinking about that. It's like, how is the humidity? Dawn is in Florida in July. I wouldn't even imagine staying in Florida
No.
in July.
No.
How is the humidity down there? Because that's like a sauna.
Humidity and I do not get along, so I'm just
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna only time I'm going down there is what, October through
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to take a trip to Disney World or something, but
I'm going to
in
be
your
I'm going to be
off-season-
in Disney World.
That's a lot of people.
well, we
I'm-
might
I'm-
come see you. Maybe
Okay.
if you're
I don't
lucky.
Fireworks there in Seaside. Now Seaside,
I bet that was cool.
yeah, it started way before dark and
Oh.
not until after 11, and lasted until after
Wow,
darn near
smokes.
midnight.
gosh.
They're right and real close to Washington.
Right. Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a short trip over the bridge into Washington.
They go crazy.
I have heard, I haven't been there, but I've seen it on YouTube videos. The beach along Washington, for miles, from what I understand, is one of the biggest displays, and it's just people along the beach
Mhm.
blowing off fireworks right there
Oh,
along
yeah.
the beach. And there was another YouTuber showed it one time, and I was kind of awestruck. You could see it go for miles on down the beach.
Wow.
It's like, okay, that might be something to kind of throw on the bucket list to go and just
Yeah.
see.
Well, heck of a lot safer than here.
I'm wearing my
during
helmet though.
fire season.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Right? Oh my God. What falls? What up? What goes up must come down. Is that
Yeah. I think I saw Bob mention. He said, and I don't know where that went. I can't go back here. I don't think, but he seems to think that 200 amp hours is there it is right there. Should be plenty with a little bit of attention. So how did you guys do?
We did well. I have okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm really a baby at this, guys. So 3,000 watt or amp generator.
You have a 3,000 watt generator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did really well.
I thought so.
I mean, because everything that we needed, I had an ice machine going. I probably should have just brought a big bag of ice next time, bucket list. But I think we did really well. Turned off the inverter at night.
Right.
We did run the inverter the generator, I'm sorry, last night and this afternoon, because it was just, AC goes off, but the generator, it doesn't like it, but it ran the AC. We
Okay.
turned everything else. We turned the water heater off. We kind of just minimized everything else, and it did it, and it made it bearable during these hot
The
afternoons.
hottest stretch of the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You still had your TV, you
Oh,
had
right.
everything
Yeah.
else that you needed. And
Microwave and
I think what the lowest we got was
was it 17?
17.
17 amps left. So
Yeah.
17%. You mean?
Right, 17% left, and that was before we went to the observatory.
Mhm.
And then so we turned the generator on, and when we came back, it was like at 88. So
And I just we're at the end of the day on Sunday. I just peeked in there and looked. You were at like 32, 34%.
Yeah.
So not a lot, but you've been using it all day long.
Right.
Your ice. You brought my drink out and it had ice in it, so
Right.
I'm assuming you got it from the ice machine.
Yep. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
no, that's a win.
It's going to be a learning curve of
Okay.
what to turn off, what to look at, and the way that you set it up. It's very easy for me to look at, and I'm still learning. Okay, what number am I looking at? What and what to turn off, and so I think it'll take. But to me, this is an extreme.
Mhm.
You and
Yeah.
I kind of it is
Let's push it. Yeah.
100 degrees out, and what would be the worst case scenario? Because normally I probably wouldn't go out in this temperature and that type
Well,
of
and I
thing.
have to tell you, most people, other than those that just have extreme systems,
Right.
they're going to run their generator and
Right.
run their AC. So I mean, that's a given.
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah.
and I only have 4 batteries.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't want to try to do what I do on 2,
Yeah.
but I kind of thought that you'd be okay. So you get through your whole weekend here.
Mhm.
It doesn't sound like you're really thinking about you need a couple more batteries.
I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
I think, we were it was just being cognitive. Okay, turn off that light, do the, and just the little things, whether that made a big difference or not. But I think for me, when I take this out, and the saving grace for Central Oregon is we get down to what, 50, 55 at night.
It's nice at
So
night.
you open the windows and everything cools down at night. So it's not
Yeah.
like you're sleeping in the heat
Right,
either.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the nice thing about being up at the altitude that we are. But
Yeah.
no, I am so excited, and the way you put it in and watching you do that,
Yeah.
and it just was. It was a great experience to just see how it went in.
It was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, and I was excited for you to get out and test it,
Right.
and try it out and just see how it does.
Mhm.
And I'm thrilled for you. Now you can literally park. We are parked in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
I there's nobody else out here.
Mm-mm.
There's
we've seen 2 cars.
Yeah.
in 2
Yes,
days.
all weekend, yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's been great.
Oh, 88, 90 to 99%. I'm sure Don is talking about humidity.
Oh.
No.
Ooh.
That's hard no there, Don.
It's like
Sorry.
Galveston, Texas, stuff
Right?
right there.
Yeah.
100% humidity.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. No. NWCRV is hot. We'll tell you about hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I do feel it's a dry heat.
Yes.
It's a dry heat.
Well, I mean, we're used to it here, and if we have a little bit. Yesterday afternoon, we had a great
Mhm.
breeze, and
Yeah.
so that I would say the worst part of this weekend for Bonnie and I is the bugs. And
Oh,
thank
yeah.
goodness I had this screen room,
Yeah, the bugs.
This is awesome, by the way.
yeah,
This is
and-
great.
and so it made it bearable, because there is some just nasty little baby wasps and
kinds of things out here.
horseflies and
And
so
we're not being pestered by anything in here. This is
Mhm.
awesome.
no,
This is
so it's
awesome.
been good. So yeah, we're kind of spoiled with the dry heat, not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, miles and miles of people. I assume that's Washington.
Or
Talking
seaside
about that.
thing?
You're talking about the
I can
coast
imagine
in
that's gonna be
Washington.
the place to go.
I think
Cooler,
Washington. I think the beach in Washington, that's considered a highway.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's actually considered a highway. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, if you know, but yeah, I think I heard that as well.
Mhm.
That it's very common to go out and drive the beach.
Yeah, you
And
have to have permits for your side by side or your ATVs. Even out on the beach, it's
Too many people.
mhm,
that is a lot of people.
it is.
I will take this any day.
Mhm.
I will take this any day. Give
Yeah.
me nice, peaceful, quiet. Yeah, this
no
is
question about it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Well, okay, so it felt like 109.
Yes.
Felt like 109. Yeah, and I felt it. Florida's like that. I can't imagine Dawn and I don't know if Wayne and Carrie are down there And
I think they still.
yeah, and are you guys? I wonder if they're still in Florida, or if
I'm
they
sorry. Once
they're from Florida. They should have better sense to know they want to get out of there. Now, Don, you can understand. He's just he just got off the Keys. I mean,
Right.
yeah, you
True.
gotta love it down there.
Mhm.
Oh,
I'm
but-
sorry. Once it hits 100, it's just freaking hot.
Yeah. You're not really a heat person.
No, I'm
No.
not.
I'm not either.
I've
I'm
been
not,
very proud of you this week
Yeah.
because I know heat, but you've been very supportive in my new adventure
You-
with Elvis.
yeah, you can't avoid it sometimes. I
Right.
mean, the snowflake rule I can enforce.
Right.
I'd love to have 100-degree heat rule,
Right.
but sometimes, and I think this is one of those times. We're in Oregon.
Not gonna lie, her and I have like stuck our head in the shower and wet our
Mm.
clothes,
Yeah.
and then we come out here and go, okay, this is bearable.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is good.
Come on,
right?
winds.
Yeah, come on. Mhm.
Yeah,
But then it dries.
yeah.
There you go.
And Don says it's okay when plugged in. So
Yeah, well, you can run your AC.
yeah, you
Right,
can run the
sure,
AC.
sure.
It's
That'd
still
be me. I'd be like AC, icy drink, Netflix.
there. You
Right?
go.
That's where Bonnie
Seriously,
be.
that's you.
I don't,
Oh,
really-
yes.
I don't even care where I am. It's pretty outside. That's nice. When that
Right.
sun goes down, I'll
Yeah.
be out.
Even
Yeah,
at the
no.
rodeos, you're like, guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to the hotel. Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Have a good one.
Dry heat or not, I'm
wish.
out of
You
here.
wish.
I wish.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don will be leaving Florida on July 13th.
Oh,
That's
wait until it gets nice and muggy.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, it's. I get it. I really enjoyed Florida,
Oh yeah.
but I've heard, and I haven't been there during the summer, but I've heard it's a sauna. I mean, you
Mhm.
cook down there,
Yeah.
and
I went to Galveston, Texas in
Yeah,
the summer.
I mean,
that would be high. Yeah.
Yeah,
they-
Midwest.
I showed up in Wranglers. It did
Midwest
not
East.
go well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, why are we
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Midwest East. You're just gonna run into that. So
And
Yeah.
tornadoes and
yeah,
all
that
kinds
there
of-
is that. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Plainfield, Illinois. Finally, my time is. How is I almost say Illinois, Indiana.
Okay.
I think that's Plainfield, Indiana, right there. Bob asked when I'm leaving. When I'm leaving and heading east, I am at the end of this month, and I'm going to stop by Burns on the way out, and spend a few days with Miss Bonnie, and then I'm heading out.
See ya.
I'm not sure exactly the direction yet.
Right.
I'm thinking possibly Washington, Montana.
Oh, there you go.
Talk about being written in sand.
That's the way you live.
I do. That I think it's the nature of the beast,
It is.
you know,
Mhm.
and just. But I also now traveling. I will look at that 70-degree temperature band. If it's
Oh.
somewhere in the country, that's where I want to be.
Right.
So I heard there was a lot of flooding up in Montana and the northern states. That's not where I want to be.
Right now.
If I could- what have I
Oh,
got?
bug.
Oh, one got in.
Uh-oh.
How'd you
Oh,
get?
down the
Oh.
shirt? Oh,
Whoa.
Those little wasps will get you. I don't.
yeah, you got stung once.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
Okay.
The baby wasps
I
are
think I'm
worse.
safe. I just felt
This
it
is
crawling
a
in my.
family show.
Right,
Keep your
right,
clothes on.
Right.
Keep it PG, would you?
Oh yeah. I haven't even said it.
Now they fly down my shirt. I don't care.
Right.
It's
I'm-
coming off.
I might not be wearing pants. I'm just saying.
We weren't gonna say
No.
Yeah.
it's hot enough. But,
It is hot enough.
right.
It is
But you have
absolutely
to
hot
make
enough.
excuse, but no, me
Uh,
is everybody. You're fine.
Why you have to? Don't tell them.
Well, I don't think he wants a wasp with no pants on. So it's kind of a common sense thing for me. You're gonna get bit. Pick where.
If I missed your question, I apologize. I'm just scrolling down here, but the humidity is down to 82% and 86 feels well. 86 Right now, 86. Yeah, probably doesn't feel too bad, especially
Where?
he's in Florida.
So
Yeah,
86 at 9 o'clock at night.
It feels like 99.
Oh,
Feels like
Mm-mm-mm.
99. So
I can't differentiate
Yeah.
between
Sorry.
86 and 99. It's just freaking hot.
right.
well, just to wrap up the solar, I'm glad that worked out for you. Now I want to talk. I haven't been up there in years. I want to talk about the Pine Mountain Observatory, which is right up above here.
Mm-hmm. It's about what 5 miles up, and
2 miles back.
Yeah,
depends how you're driving.
Drove. Coming back, I was like, oh, we're home. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
better.
You know, it was really cool. We got up there about what 9:30.
No, it was after that. It was more like quarter
10?
to 10.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Because it has to be dark, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Astronomically dark is
Right.
important. We learned that.
so what you
Uh-huh.
what you have to realize is, so it's run by the University of Oregon, and so they're only open a couple days a month or every couple weeks.
There's a
or something.
schedule. They have
Right.
it online. They run pretty solid through the entire summer.
Right.
It's just when and they do run when there's no snow up here.
Yeah.
But this is snow country up
Mhm.
here, and unless if they can't get up here, they
Yeah.
don't. I've been out here a handful of times, and if you're looking for something different to do,
You
in
know, I'm going to
Central
bring my
Oregon.
grandkids up here.
That was
I'm just
cool.
saying it was, you know, you have to be there late just to get the clear sky. And I don't know if they schedule when they're here to when it was there no moon or very little moon.
Very little moon. If it came up, I don't know what time.
It was- yeah, it was-
super
And
late.
so it was, they had two of the big telescopes going.
Mhm.
And then they had
Like
probably half a
5,
dozen
yeah.
smaller ones, and there's U of O students
And volunteers.
and volunteers that man it. And when you get there, you have to turn off your headlights. You have to turn your phone. If you have a red light thing, you can't have a white
Yeah.
screen or flash or anything because it affects your eyes. I mean, they're serious about this. And
Yeah.
but it was great. I mean, I learned things. Of course, I looked up. They're like, "Don't you see this leg? And you see this teapot?" And I'm like,
Well,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
mean, there was so many things in the sky.
Well, it was kind of interesting because we first got there and we went to the antique telescope first.
It was
vintage.
19.
Yeah, they packed it up there on a mule in like the 40s.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's been rebuilt.
yeah, we
About
went to
10
it
years ago,
first
but
and
yeah.
it's like, okay, cool, let's look. And there's like this really super bright thing.
Star. I
Star.
said it looked like a headlamp.
I'm like, okay, well that's it's brighter. That's neat.
Okay, don't lie. You were thinking we came up here
Up
for
there
this.
Yeah, pretty much. But
then
it
we
got
went-
a lot better after
Yeah,
that.
we went up to
Yeah.
the big one, and they moved the big one. What, about every 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, depending on how many people wanted to see
Yeah.
it. But we saw 3 different views
Yeah,
from it, which
yeah.
started to get really cool.
we saw nebula.
Yeah,
And a
we saw
galaxy.
nebula. Yeah.
But they had lasers that would shoot up and go, do you see this and this line, and here's the Milky Way? I mean, it
Yeah.
was very
The later it
I'm not normally into
Yeah.
that.
The later it got, the cooler it got because it astronomically dark. It's a term. Anyway,
Well, you
So-
got brownie points from one of the guys for saying
I
this
listen.
is astronomically
I
cool.
listen. Yeah. I listen. Well, it was a volunteer, and he's like, I don't know what it is, but it's cool to see. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
well,
Now they have the big telescopes,
Oh, that was
the
pretty
ones
cool.
in
Oh, yeah.
the domes, and
Oh yeah, those are huge.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
ones that were just sitting outside were seriously
oh,
about
those are pretty good size.
a foot, 18
those-
inches across. Yeah.
But they've got a few more domes up there than the last time that I had been up
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah, that one was pretty remarkable. And the first time we looked in it was like, oh wow, that's a really bright star. That's cool too.
hmm
Mhm.
Okay. So the next time they pointed it towards something, it was I think a nebula.
Yeah, it was a
and
nebula,
It
and that
was badass.
yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
that was pretty unique. And I kind of enjoyed the quirky professor that was talking
He was.
the entire time in a
Yeah.
monotone term.
Oh, they had the professor voice
professor
going.
voice going.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, oh.
Great information, though. Great
Oh yeah.
information.
Oh yeah.
I had a
mean,
lot
it
of
was
fun.
it was fun, and it was, and the students, obviously they're passionate about what they're doing,
Mhm.
and it was
So
really.
She marched me up and down the telescope. Had to climb the stairs up to the big telescope dome
Yeah.
room. And
I
so
marched her up there like
three
three times.
times. So the new knee, ladies and gentlemen, is working
She
pretty
did
dang
good.
good.
She did good. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like PT.
It really was. It really was.
No, it was really worth it. But there was about 1:30. They were talking there might be some planets out.
Yeah.
But we
didn't
were
Not
past
gonna
our
stay
bedtime.
until-
Yeah,
and
we headed back home.
I would have had to take a nap on one of the benches to make the 1:30. I'm like, I'm old and it's a long time. So
They do. I've heard they run practically all
Oh,
night.
I think they would.
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's the fun of it for them.
Mhm.
You'd have to be really into your astronomy though to be
Yeah.
staying there. That
I mean, it was cool,
that
but
long.
I enjoyed the side conversations and people that were
Yeah.
asking technical questions and
Yeah.
great explanations. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, it was really educational. I think young kids might struggle with it.
Mhm.
There were some up there and they went away pretty early, but I think kids that can stay up a little later, man,
Yeah.
they would really like that.
Yeah,
Did
there is
you-
a campground up there. It only has probably 6 or 8 spots, and
Mhm.
not for big rigs.
Mm.
But there is a campground at the top, and
Yeah, you
But-
could. I've thought about that. You could stay up there and
Yeah.
literally just walk over
Yeah.
to the observatory.
Yeah.
We have to get going because we're just doing a light tonight, guys, because we have to get you packed up and get you down the mountain.
Tomorrow's work.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's work.
Yep.
Did you see any UFOs or aliens?
I wanted to ask the professor because I figured, if anybody's going to see anything, of course they see Starlink.
Right.
Of course they see, the planes.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, and
You didn't ask him?
well, the galaxy that he showed the last time was pretty cool, and I got sidetracked. But
Okay.
Mhm.
So
We
not
didn't-
not
no,
last
we didn't
night.
ask
We
the
saw
UFO.
satellites. We saw really fast planes. You
Mhm.
saw a shooting star.
I did.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
pretty
it
cool.
was fun. I mean, it was actually, I think the best time was sitting on the benches.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Listening to the people who had those 5 or 6 telescopes out in the
Mhm.
middle, and just,
Mhm.
and listening to the people, the students talk, and the people
Mhm.
ask the questions. And
It is really interesting.
yeah,
if
it was great.
if you're looking for something to do in Central Oregon, it's not going to show up. In fact, I lived here for 20 years before I even knew it was up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And somebody mentioned it to me. I thought,
Mhm.
I've got to go check this out. It is quite the deal. And
Yeah.
it's all free.
Yeah.
They do have donation boxes around the place,
Mhm.
but these are students just in showing what they
Yeah.
enjoy and what they're studying, and it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it's not on the list of things to do as far as when you come visit Bend or anything. But
yeah.
I've been up here 8 years, and I'd driven by it like
Yeah,
you
I have
had,
too. Yeah.
and so I'm like, hey,
I didn't even
Bonnie,
know there's
let's
pine
go.
trees up here.
I know, yeah, but we knew it was going to be cooler than if we stayed down somewhere
Down
else.
there, and I
Yeah,
can tell you it's hot.
yeah,
It's hot.
yeah.
Did I mention it was hot?
Yeah, you did.
It was
Yeah,
hot.
well, you're 70. Yeah,
Phew.
you're in that.
It's
Yeah,
hot.
you have that very narrow window.
Well, that sounds really cool. Could you put the information on the stargazing in the description? Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. I'll change the description and put that on there. All right, guys. I think we're gonna big hairy thing walking in the woods behind us.
Who said that?
That-
We superimposed that. That was him earlier today. No hairy things. It's an
No.
open range. There's cow pies out here, but we haven't seen anything.
No.
that we know of. I
That
heard
we know
something
of.
last night, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't tell me because I don't like things that I can't see.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. How about Las Vegas? Lamona's in the house right there.
Oh, I saw that.
No.
120.
No.
120.
I had a friend that came through Fernley. Yeah, and through the canyon into Fernley, and it was 121.
Oh my
coming through the canyon.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Don't
insane.
know.
I'm supposed to work where I'm working this week is supposed to be into the 110s, and I'm like, yeah, probably
wow.
might be one of those drive surveys.
Not out.
Air
Side by
conditioning,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad you guys could join
Thanks
for
for
the
coming up.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. And
I'm glad
joining
that
us.
you're enjoying. I am
I
so
am.
excited for you
Yeah.
because this changes
Oh,
where
yeah.
you can go now. I mean,
Exactly.
you
I'm still dumbfounded. You can run the TV and the ice maker on nothing.
right, right.
It's magic.
It's okay.
It's
just
magic.
magic.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, guys, we are going to get out of here because it's just a short to the. I know Bob has steaks to get. We have to
Yeah.
let Bob and Pearl get back
yeah.
to their steaks.
Mhm.
We're going to call it a day, and we got to get you packed up and get
Yeah,
you going.
Thank
So
goodness you guys are here because I wouldn't want to be doing this by myself
no,
in this heat, anyways.
no, but let's see. Okay. Well, we're gonna do an odd last word of the night because it is a light and nobody has commented and say safe travels. Anybody or anything else? Bob, is it 120 about the same temp as your food dehydrator? I think that is perfect for a last word of the night. We will see you guys next week. Live life
everybody.
full time.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Bye bye. Oh, that was fun. There you go.